Good afternoon, everybody. It is a gorgeous day out there today. I know a lot of people are tired of hearing me say that. We would probably like a little bit more snow for the upcoming weeks, but how about a little bit for our New Year's? We did get some for Christmas. We hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. We're all back to work for a short, most of us for a short work week. And then we will ring in 2024. And our guest today will be talking about one of the big new things happening here in Archuleta County for 2024. Let's talk about a few things coming up in the next couple weeks. First and foremost, for those of you who had Christmas trees, why don't you take them when you are finished with them, take them down to the Archuleta County Fairgrounds where you can recycle your trees. There is a gate open on Mill Creek Road and also the one on Highway 84. There is signage directing you to where to drop off your trees, although you'll see them because they're starting to arrive. So we will be using those trees for the Winterfest bonfire coming up on January 19th, which is a part of our Winterfest activities. So mark that date down on your calendar. We do have Winterfest occurring January 19th through the 21st. And kicking off Winterfest this year will be a new event, and that is our bonfire. Now, many people who have been here for several years know that we did have a bonfire over on Hot Springs Boulevard, but we will be changing that location to the Archuleta County Fairgrounds, and we're just going to have a big old bonfire on Friday night, January 19th. It is free and open to the public. We will be having food vendors there and a drink station, which includes hot and cold drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So bring the kids for that whole event. We'll have live music. We're excited that the Jackson Mountain Ramblers have committed to joining us that evening, and they're going to just really rock the stage that night. We'll have of course we'll have the bonfire, so you'll be warm, and then of course if you are interested in volunteering for that event, please give us a call at the Chamber of Commerce or jump on our website. We do have a volunteer sign-up sheet for that event. Now, the other thing that I want to mention while we're talking about jumping on our website is we do have a new website up and running. You'll see that the look and feel is pretty much the same, but we're hoping that everybody's excited that our website is much, much faster. And I think everybody's going to be excited. Our directory is a little different. We've redone some of our live, work, and play pages. There is a whole page of community links, business resources. We'll link to Region 9 and their data information. So also on our chamber website, we do have our chamber events, Winterfest included. So you can get any of the forms for Winterfest online right now. You can get the pledge forms for the penguin plunge. If your organization is ready for to jump in the river on that day, you can already get those forms and get out there and start raising money now to jump in the river. Also, the sleds on res forms and guidelines are also up on the website. So you can go there to pagosachamber.com and get any of your Winterfest activities and information for that. Now, the other thing that we want to mention that is also on the website is the voting for our Chamber Board of Director nominees for 2024. As per our bylaws, we have 6 nominees that are put before the chamber membership. And of those 6, 3 of them are elected to the board for a 3-year term. So we always have 3 board members cycling off the board and 3 coming on. And it's really a very unique process. Now, unlike other boards where we just appoint, you, the membership, elect those representatives to the board of directors. That is part of your chamber benefits, and we hope that you certainly will engage in that. We've got, as we do every year, 6 really great candidates that are running for the board. So I'm going to mention them really quickly. We have Billy Kotz with Resport. We have Kirsten Deer, who is with Mountain Eye Care. We also have Ricardo Martinez, who is the clinic director for Access Integrated Health Systems. We also have Annie Sewell, who is most known for her work with Dust2, but does own a business here in Pagosa Springs, and that is Right Molecule IV Hydration Lounge. Then we have Lauren Talley, who is the owner of Big Mountain Real Estate. And last but not least is Davlin Valdez, and she and her husband own the Last Resort on the River down Highway 84. Again, 6 great candidates. Only 3 of those are elected to the board. But most importantly, we need your vote. Go to the chamber website. Just click on the voting graphic just as you scroll down the page. That takes you to the voting tally or ballot, and it literally takes about a minute. So we really would appreciate your vote. If you are a chamber member, there is 1 ballot per membership. If you vote more than once after your first vote, the rest of those ballots will be invalidated. In addition, if you vote for more than 3 candidates, your ballot will be invalidated. So remember those slight rules, but most importantly, engage and please vote. And while you're on that website, remember to download one of the forms for the community awards coming up at our annual meeting. The community award categories are Volunteer of the Year, Citizen of the Year, Nonprofit of the Year, and Small Business of the Year. You know, we really encourage our small businesses and our nonprofit agencies to self-nominate. You'll be hearing me like a broken record saying this in the next couple weeks. Nobody knows your business better than you do. So please take the time and be proud of what you do in this community and nominate yourselves for one of those awards, which is small business or nonprofit. Now, we also have the Volunteer and Citizen of the Year award. The big difference between those 2 categories is the Citizen of the Year needs to have made a significant impact in one of the following 4 categories, and that is the lifestyle of Pagosa Springs, a philanthropic contribution, economic contribution, or a contribution towards the cultural aspect of our community. For example, last year's winners were Dan and Vanita Birch, who have been hugely impactful in our community in the cultural aspect. So if you have any questions about our community awards, please give us a call here at the chamber, and we'll be happy to either email you one if you can't download it, or you can write it down on a piece of paper and just bring it to our offices or email us. We'd be happy to just accept it on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be on an official nomination form. So please, and one last thing, remember that the beautiful Christmas lights are still in and around Pagosa Springs. Congratulations to all the winners. I think they're great selections again this year. So my favorite didn't win, but it came in one of the top 3. So there you go. But they're still out until December 31st, and they're absolutely beautiful. So take time to go out there and view the lights that are still up until December 31st. Now, speaking of December 31st, that ends the year and 2024 rings in, and there will be a big change here in Archuleta County starting in 2024, and that is we will have our own health department, our public health department. As most people know, we have separated from San Juan Basin Health after, I believe it's been about 75 years. And we have the new Archuleta County Public Health Department. And on the show with me today is the new executive director, most known through her work through Rise Above Violence, but now will be very well known for her position as the executive director of the public health, a huge undertaking. Ashley Wilson, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today on your off time as you get ready.
We are running around doing last minute changes and getting things ready to roll out for January 2nd.
So truly a huge shift in Pagosa Springs. I think people are a little nervous. They're wondering what's going to change, what's going to stay the same, what's going to happen with my visits, where do I go, what's the Reader's Digest version of all the services that we will be offering.
Well, I can say that on January 2nd, you will come to the same building you've always come to on 502 South 8th Street. You will likely see some of the same faces that have been with the health department for many, many years. And most of the services will be available. The biggest difference is that they will be available from people who live here, and they will be available almost every day of the week. So we will open at 9 a.m. on January 2nd. Right now for January, our hours will be 9 to 5. We will be open at lunchtime. That is a big change. So currently they open at 10 and they are closed from 12 to 1 for lunch. That will no longer be the case. You can come in to get your questions answered, pick up paperwork, get birth certificates or death certificates through the lunch hour. I think some of the biggest things that will impact people right away is that we do have available appointments for health insurance navigation. So if you're curious about the health exchange, open enrollment is until the 15th. So you have the first 2 weeks of January to come in. Karen Evans, who has been with San Juan Basin Health doing this work, is going to continue on with Archuleta County Public Health. So if you have questions about health insurance, if you're not sure if you qualify for Medicaid or CHP, those are things that she can sit down and walk you through and talk to you about the different things and help you with the application. So she has appointments. You can walk in, and if she is available, she will see you right away that day. Also, WIC, so that's the Women, Infants, and Children Supplemental Nutrition Program. It's not just for women. If you are a single dad or a dad out there, you can come in. If you're a grandparent who has your grandbabies, it is for everyone. But Inez will continue that program here locally for us, for all of those of you who have known her for the last 20 years doing this work. We are accepting new folks for that program, and you can come in starting on January 2nd if you need to get set up with WIC. She will be available in the same office. We also have our new food safety person who's working on permitting and inspections. So I know there have been a ton of questions around this. Right now we are working with the state. So if you have a current permit, I know it says it expires on December 31st, but you get a grace period. So you can still operate and do all of the things. We will be sending out the permit renewals mid-January, and then you will have about 30 days, so probably through the end of February, to pay those to get your new permit. And then we will be back on the regular schedule, because I know you normally get all of that in November. And so we will be set to do that on the regular schedule after this January. If you are interested in opening a new restaurant, Angelica, who is our food public consumer safety person, can do all of the plan reviews and everything like that. We do have some support from the state as we are all learning, and so none of that will fall through the cracks. You can still come in and meet with her. There has been a little lag, so I think there's been about a 2-week time frame where San Juan Basin Public Health wasn't able to take any new applications to process, but we are ready, and on January 2nd you can bring those in if you are ready by then. The other thing, so on-site wastewater, which is most of our septic, that will be housed in the planning department in Archuleta County. You can still come into the health department to get applications or information if you need, but that won't be housed with our department. And so we will get you over to the right place if you are needing permits, or for those of you who are installers and running businesses around inspections, we can get you connected with the right folks in order to continue on with that kind of work, and for new builds or real estate transactions that require inspections for septic permits.
So Ashley, I know that you as the director, and both you and I have talked a number of times, really have, some bigger plans for Archuleta County Public Health. And I'm super excited about that. I hope that some of our business owners are watching this show. And if you are, this is some information that you need to know to make sure you pass that on to your employees. And I know we've been talking about, how do we get our businesses engaged in healthier businesses? And I'm super excited to announce that for our annual meeting this year, which is going to be on February 9th. That's a Friday evening or late afternoon at the Tennyson Event Center. It's going to be our newbie show, and the newbies are going to be Ashley with the Public Health Department and David Harris with the Town of Pagosa Springs, both coming into positions and looking forward to what does 2024 hold. And so we invite you to come out on February 9th to hear about some of those plans. I wish we had time to talk about that now, but really, we're going to keep you in suspense and get you engaged to come out on Friday, February 9th to, again, talk about and interact with us about how the public health department can help your business be a healthier business. Ashley, comments on that?
Well, I think we have lots of plans for our clinic services. So that will be kind of something that is a little bit more delayed than everything else. So based on all of the credentialing we have to do and inspections we have to have as a new department, right? Same building, but new department. Clinic services won't begin until probably the middle to end of January. So for anybody who utilizes the public health department for different clinical services, those will be available. You can call the office and we will let you know when you can schedule those appointments or get you dates when all of those things will be live. But as part of that, my hope is over the next year or two, we can figure out how to expand clinic services to better serve our community. We have amazing medical facilities in this community, but there is sort of a niche for public health in the fact that for those folks who aren't insured, don't have health insurance, we can offer services at free or reduced rates given the funding that we get for folks who don't have health coverage. And so as we grow and as we onboard different people for our team and our clinic, our hope is to be able to expand those services and offer some maybe new and interesting programs as we develop that out. And so I'm excited to see what that looks like and to start building some of those things. And as soon as we know what that might look like, we will make sure to let everyone else know and get the word out.
Yeah, and getting that feedback from the business community
Yes.
as well. And that's, I think, one of the things that we're really looking to do is get that interaction between our business community, the Chamber of Commerce, and our new public health department. Well, we're excited. We'll need to do a ribbon cutting for the new department, although it's in the same location. We'll be doing a ribbon cutting out there for the new department, but thank you and your whole team and the board. We've seen the assignments that have come on for the board, as well as, again, you mentioned there's a lot of staff that is still there, which is great. Those familiar faces and that consistency. But I know there's been a lot of work in the background. We've heard nothing but really compliments about the process and how you've really handle the hiring and the transition. And so congratulations on that big lift here for our community. Again, January 2nd, same location on 8th Street, 502 8th Street. And more to come on February 9th as Ashley is our guest for our, what we now call our community conversation. And I think it's really important for our business owners to know this so that you can be informed as business owners and help your employees along. Ashley, our fingers are crossed for you on Tuesday, January 2nd. Good luck. And thanks for all you've done in getting the department up and running for our community.
Appreciate it, Mary Jo.
Okay, good luck out there. And so with that in mind, we also, if you've seen this or you want someone to see this show and some of the services that Ashley has been talking about, again, on our new website, these live stream shows are right on the homepage. So you can click on this show. There's a link for that, just the last show that we aired. And right below that is all of our shows. So you can go back and say, did I miss something about somebody that might have been a guest speaker? Because we have a lot of information, not just about our events, but and things that are really important to our business community. So you can go back and see if there's a show you missed or some information you'd like to garner. So those are available, our live stream shows, right on the homepage. You don't have to finagle through YouTube, and you can click right on them on the homepage of our chamber website. That's it for me today. We really appreciate everybody being with us. We want to thank you for a wonderful 2023, and we are looking forward to 2024 with exciting things like Ashley has been talking about. We are getting our events bigger and better. The chamber just hired a new events coordinator, so we'll be talking to them in the next couple weeks. So thank you all so much for joining us. We hope that you have a wonderful rest of 2023. Let's get out there and do our snow dance for a little bit more snow, and we'll see everybody in 2024. Thanks, everybody. Happy New Year to you.